Welcome to the Economic Forum. Today we discuss the economics of fixing the country and ourselves. Historically, economic indicators will show that the level and pace of economic management in Ghana has not been sustainable. Year in, year out, the country had been running large primary balance deficit, especially in elections years, which also meant an ever-increasing debt-to-GDP ratio and a high debt servicing cost. The problem has been compounded by the lack of fiscal and fiscal policy space to provide the much-needed development projects the country needs. The lack of fiscal space, in my view, has been occasioned by a combination of factors, namely the lack of regulatory and administrative enforcement to ensure tax revenue compliance, the inefficient use of statutory funds, which is a source of rigidities in government finances, high interest costs, high wage bill, and now the COVID-19 pandemic or the election year spending excesses. The net effect is that there are not enough resources to fix the country. A demand for more development projects, improved services, and an improved standard of living. The call to fix the country comes on the back of an increased spending needs and a need to contain a pronounced increase in the public debt occasioned by a combination of policy myopia. That is, where rational voters set performance standards that allow elected politicians to distort the portfolio of public investment towards short-term investment. Both those calling for the country and ourselves to be fixed seems to assume there's more resources that can be used to meet the huge developmental needs of the country. The government is also contributing to the formation of this perception with little to no commitment to rationalizing its expenditures and the promise of more development and policy initiatives whose source of funding is reliant on the ability to secure loans or borrow or increasing taxes. For me, the call to fix the country should be a call for government to live within its means, that is fiscal consolidation, and create savings, that is buffers, to be able to meet the development needs of the country. This will likely put the country's debt and debt servicing costs on a stabilizing to a downward path. To achieve this will mean a mobilization of more tax revenue and a rationalization of government expenditures. The call to fix the country as enumerated by the conveners will mean higher spending, which will require government to either take on more debt or increase taxes or both. However, looking at how socially and politically challenging efforts to increase tax could be, as also witnessed by the general discontent to tax increases in the 2021 budget statement, the focus needs to be on streamlining exemptions and also increasing the efficiency of tax system. Therefore, the government will have to navigate through three competing goals: increasing spending, reducing debt, and lowering taxes in order to ensure the needed fiscal space is created to meet the developmental needs of the country, that is, to fix the country. A goal which is impossible to achieve economically without concessional, that is, credit with very low interest rates, borrow. The financing options available to the country are very limited. The options are either through concessional financing, which organizations like the IMF, the World Bank, and other bilateral donors provide. Non-concessional financing like the recent Eurobond, which usually come with high financing costs. Concessional financing is the best option, but considering the entrenched position taken by government and the populace on applying for concessional financing, that is an IMF program, one cannot expect the government to go for that option, which usually comes with the policy credibility that ensures the security of investor funds. The government, as evident in the past month, opted for a non-concessional loan, that is an Eurobond of $3 billion, which was short of the budgeted amount of $4 billion, further constraining the government's ability to fix the country. To create the fiscal space needed to fix the country, bold and informative reforms are needed, now and more urgently than ever. Excess expenditures must be limited and at most be in line with revenue performance. For instance, though ministries, departments, and agency staff strength have generally been increasing over the years, the health and education sectors account for more than 50% of the staff strength. The relativities, which is characterized by outliers, that is, from the administrative sector of the MDA's staff strength, can be tweaked to reflect the challenging times we are in. This is shown in the figure on the left. Also, Parliament, including the populace, must take keen interest in knowing how statutory funds are being utilized by the various state institutions. This is because most of these funds have been earmarked by law to specific revenue, which in turn contributes to the level of rigidities in the government's expenditure. In the bid to fix the country, efficient use of these funds must be of top priority.